Been dominating the headlines for weeks. The U.S. State Department says at least 9 American tourists have died after falling ill, and dozens more have gotten sick in the past year. Here's 5 of those people who have unfortunately passed away. Some think it might be from tainted alcohol. In many recent cases, the victims drank from the minibar before they died. Others are blaming pesticides as there are less regulations outside of the U.S. Now, Melissa Rycroft says she's sick after a trip to Punta Cana, a city in the Dominican Republic. The reality TV star posted on Instagram saying, quote, "I've been put on a liquid diet and given meds for my severe cramping. No official word onto what caused her to fall ill. But before you hit that panic button, we do need to point out some statistics." The State Department says an average of 19 people die in the Dominican Republic a year, with an average of 2.7 million Americans visiting the country annually.
Yeah, I understand that we need to put this into perspective, and we don't need mass hysteria, especially for a country that depends on tourism. But it is alarming. I think one thing that stood out to me were the names of some of the hotels that people were staying at. Because when you think of things happening in a different country, sometimes your mind tricks you into believing that that could never happen to you. But when you see the names of hotel chains that you've stayed in yourself, you're like, well, that's kind of a crapshoot that I don't know if I want to take, that I could open up a mini bar and have one drink and just fall ill and die.
That's very scary. I can't even imagine, right? A couple drank one sip and then did not wake up the next day.
Right.
And the country depends on its tourism, so I know that it's important to not bash it too much, but I do understand that we all have a choice on where we vacation. And I know if it's up to me and I'm looking at the rest of the year, I'm probably going to stay away until they figure it out, or at least release some memos that can give us some knowledge. We can feel comfortable to travel there.
Well, Jeff, you've traveled all over the world.
Right.
So I'm sure no matter what country you're going to, there's going to be a slight risk. I'm not to downplay it and say that it's not alarming, but I don't want this to hurt each individual country's economy.
No, and
you've seen it.
Most people, like if you're from America and you go outside the country, there are certain things that your body's not used to that are going to make you sick. Killing you is another thing here. So, like you said, the Dominican Republic needs to look into this. They need to solve what is killing these people, because they need that tourism as part of their income for the country.
And justice for those families. I can't even imagine. Well, we will keep you updated on that. Right now, cleanup is still